you doing? How you doing?
Hello.
I'm doing well. How are you guys?
Oh, excellent.
We're great.
Awesome. It's great to meet you guys. Huge fan of season one. That was absolutely excellent Superman content. So
Appreciate that. Appreciate that.
so I guess I'll get rolling, but I just want to ask because I know you like I have a brother and you guys are playing brothers, so you had to sort of develop a chemistry through COVID and everything. So do you remember like sort of like the moment where you guys just immediately clicked, or was it like it developed throughout the season, your sort of bond as brothers and friendship?
A little bit of both. Like we clicked pretty quick off the bat, but it's like I don't know. What would you say? I feel like
I did have a kind of a moment in mind just
Really?
now. I don't know why, I just remembered it. It was coming back from winter break. It was like the first day we came back from winter break. I mean, that was like the first time we ever got like close as two friends. Because like we were friends before, but we weren't exactly like super good friends.
Nah, it was a pretty surface level, like pretty like coworker kind of like not really like hanging out, but like more in groups and stuff.
Yeah,
And then, I remember those first few days when we even went on that like tower in the middle of that.
That's what I was about to say.
Exactly,
the tower
exactly. I
and
saw that
biking
picture,
around
yeah.
and just I have to say, and that was around, for the context people on the show, the beginning of episode 4.
Correct, yeah.
So I guess that was about when we really
So weird
clicked.
that break was that early in the season.
Isn't it? I mean, I guess we filmed that pilot for 3 months. We filmed the first 2 episodes. We block shoot them, meaning that we did this scene from 1, scene from 2, scene from 1, scene from 2. And we did that for around 3 months. And then also we had a brief interjection because of scheduling with episode 3. So actually a lot of the stuff in episode 3 was done on the second week of shooting. So it was very interesting to try to convey these characters. If you notice, his first 3 episodes are a little bit different than the rest. You would only notice it if you were looking for it.
Right.
But,
and that's why you should go buy the DVD, Blu-ray, and then run it back. Real quick.
Yeah. And so you guys are working with Tyler and Elizabeth very every day. So, and then who are coming in off these big dramas like Teen Wolf and Grimm. And Jordan, I know you worked on Little Fires Everywhere with Reese Witherspoon and Carrie as well. And then so like what you working with Tyler and what are you guys like sort of picking up day to day, or like what have you learned from them as young actors that hopefully you want to carry with the rest of your career and whatnot?
I mean, one thing that I see, and you know, I could say this specifically about Tyler, about Bitsy, or about obviously like Reese. I mean, you know, but I'll say that one thing I just noticed with sort of name actors and just professionals in general, like true professionals like Tyler, like Bitsy, like Wole, like every adult on the show, is they're very consistent in everything they do. They're very consistent in their work. They're very consistent in their behavior on set. They're very consistent in being kind. It's a constant, you know, through and through. They come in every day and they know their lines, and they're just nice to everyone. They know everyone's names, and it boosts morale. You know, on these long days when we're working 16 hours, it's really necessary that everybody's being kind and it's a cohesive environment where we can all work together without, you know, bad stuff. That happens on
I do have to say, I do really admire Tyler's work ethic.
Yeah.
You know, he would be far too humble to, I think, mention publicly. I mean, but that man does incredible hours on set. He's in almost every scene. He's playing 2 characters. He's playing both main characters on this show. And so he's there day in, day out for these 16-hour days and manages to at least get 2 hours of working out in.
Yeah, this guy's
after that. Like he is,
it's insane.
The work. And then even if stuff is happening, or, you know, the days are longer or the days are harder, he never drops his decorum. He always has this way of being kind and looking out for everyone else in the situation and making sure that he is the leader of this show. I mean, and Bitsy as well. I mean, Bitsy's, you know, has a family. So, and that work associated while being a titular character. So her struggle is more private than it is something that we see, but she's also incredible in that way. They just have this work ethic. You know, who said actors were lazy? All of the adult. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah, and so like season 1, so it's sort of about you guys finding your place in the world, like Superman's world, more or less. And then now that you guys have found, you know, your footing, and in Smallville, more or less. But so what can you kind of tease about what's to come in season 2 for your arcs?
Oh, it's not a gift basket.
Yeah, exactly.
It's not a gift basket.
No, I mean, I think there's quite a bit. I mean, just for our characters specifically, we both sort of find our place in Smallville even more. One second, I'm so sorry.
Hey, Mrs. Elsass.
Bruh, turn off the camera. Anyways, I lost my train of thought, to be honest. Go ahead,
Oh
continue.
no! Wait, I'm sorry.
I'm sorry.
I actually lost the question.
No, I was just asking about your season 2 arcs, where you expect to go.
I'm really excited to hopefully develop this character in further ways that provide a story for people. And that's about as general as I can put anything. So I guess I'm gonna stop talking.
I know where I was going now. So yeah, I mean, I'd say like both of our characters kind of find our place in Smallville even more and get some roots. And we learn some lessons along the way. And that's very vague, but it's true.
No, I understand.
And, there are people in places doing certain things.
And
yeah,
we walk around and like talk, and then we kind of go back, and then we go home, and then we talk to our parents.
Yes.
So it's pretty.
And there is conflict and resolution.
That's true. Mm-hmm. And there's a climax, and then
the falling action.
Perfect. And then so you guys have an interesting dynamic coming up. Because the finale obviously ended with the big bombshell that your sort of multiversal half sister has arrived. So what's that dynamic? What can you kind of say about that dynamic, or what do you expect from how the three of you guys are going to sort of mesh?
Well, I have to say Taylor is a great addition to this cast. She's unbelievably talented and really just an awesome person. So we are very, very happy.
Very excited. Yeah.
Yeah. And then so like I got to ask this question because I mean, obviously I'm a big football fan as well. And then you guys, Superman and Lois does a great job of filming these football scenes, which is not always the case in show and like and on television. Like I think Smallville did a pretty good job of it back in the day too. So can you say more about, were you guys big football guys going into the show, or is that something you picked up on the job?
Definitely picked up on the job, and I'm still learning. Still got a long ways to go, but I've learned a lot. I mean, coming into the show, I didn't even know how football was played. I didn't even know that it was a game of any kind of strategy or anything like that. I just really thought it was dudes tackling each other and trying to score a touchdown. I didn't really get the premise of it. I didn't understand that there are plays and it's sort of this back and forth, almost like a chess game. And I really like it. I mean, I've grown to like football. I actually want to start watching it, but definitely put in some work. Didn't even barely know how to throw a football. You know, I think fingers on the laces here, and but I didn't know. I really didn't until now. And now I think that sort of, it's not a spoiler because I didn't say anything, but we'll leave it at that I am currently practicing. Sorry,
they release press photos.
Yeah, exactly. So I mean, so basically you're gonna see more football, but I was not a football guy.
Also, I do gotta say, I think that would be a great way to shout out our incredible stunt team.
So
they're the reason that it looked good. I mean, we did the camera work as well, and our incredible camera team and the DPs that are involved. We have Gordon Stephen. I think it's Gordon Verhool and Stephen Mayer. Yeah.
Right.
Trying to remember everyone's last name here. But really, it's our stunt department that put together these incredible choreographies in the pouring rain, in rain, sleet, and snow. They were always able to deliver, and they deliver with kindness and compassion, and also a professionalism that is just unmatched in this industry. We have the best stunt team ever. Boom. Drop.
Boom. Rob Hader moment.
Drop the mic.
Yeah, no, they do a really, really great job. And then like you said, the show is shot so beautifully. And then I wanted to ask about, I know Supergirl is ending, but like, have you guys discussed the possibility of ever meeting your aunt, Kara, and all that entire world?
It'd be great. I would love to meet Melissa or Kara in the show. I mean, whatever works. It would definitely be, that would always be something that would be cool.
Yeah. So are we blowing out the mic? No, we're not.
No,
I just connected it. We are shot very differently than the rest of the Arrowverse, but that does not necessarily rule out any possibilities. I mean, honestly, right now the show is existing as its separate entity, and it's just this, we're telling the story we want to tell.
Yeah.
And if that involves doing other things, it involves doing other things. But right now, we're telling the story we want to tell, and we're going to continue doing that.
Yeah, absolutely. And then you had that one like big cameo when David Ramsey or John Diggle shows up. So what was it like working with him? And like, are there any other Arrowverse characters that you hope to see show up in Smallville down the line?
I mean, it's funny because Dave didn't only just come in as Diggle and make that cameo, but he actually directed 107 and one, was it 13, 12? What other? No, was it just 7?
Just 7 is season 1.
Okay, well, it's coming back to direct.
I don't know if we're.
No, that's not.
He directed 202. In fact, we just finished it. We just saw the guy. Like, I saw him yesterday.
Yeah, literally.
Yeah.
He's been around, so he's not only working as an actor, but he's directing as well.
The sun is moving more and more towards the camera.
But as far as other characters, like, would you say there are any other characters that you can think of that would? I mean, Tom Welling would be sick.
Well, if he could make a cameo, that'd be really cool.
Awesome.
That'd be really cool.
That'd be really cool.
I'm like, get Will Smith on there. See if you can do it. Try really hard. Yes. Yeah, Bryan Cranston. Right. If I got to meet my hero, I would be very happy with
Jesse.
Awesome. Yeah, and I don't want to keep you guys too long, but so I guess last question I'll ask, since you guys are getting more well versed on the whole Superman lore, are there any villains you'd like to see? Because we've seen John Cryer as Lex, and so like I'm sure we're gonna see. And then we just the Eradicator you guys took him down, but what do you want to see? Like, what villains would you guys want to go up against?
I want to see Mr. Mr. just because that means we have to say it over and over. Yeah. And I just would love to watch everyone struggle for a whole episode to say, there's like this character's on like the 5th dimension, and he's basically just omnipotent. So he can just do whatever he wants. And I think the only way to stop him is to say his really long, complicated name backwards. What? Or make him say the really long, complicated name backwards. Yeah, this is like full canon. It's like a little guy on a cloud. I remember reading
like
it
in
on
Mario, like the little caterpillars.
Yes, he is exactly like because I remember seeing it. I actually know the Superman characters, and I know, don't kill me, fans, because I've been looking into it. But before this, I knew the Superman characters by waiting in line for the Superman, the Man of Steel,
the roller coaster
at Six Flags, and they had little plaques of all the characters, and you're sitting in that really hot line, and they're playing like ball, and you mean like you're sweating there with your Coke,
with a nasty syrupy Coke, and the huge
and they're going
ball, like $15 for.
Meanwhile, the music is following the Justice League. Either way, I'm sorry. That's what's going on.
Awesome. Well, this has been fantastic, guys. Good luck on and everyone can pick up the Blu-ray now. I guess next week, and then this has been freaking awesome. Yeah. Good luck on season 2, guys. Really appreciate it.
Be safe.
See ya.
Dude, peace.